Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another sort of Convallaria video, and I was at work today on my lunch break browsing through Reddit a little bit, and I came across an incredibly interesting Reddit post that might change the way, get out of here, Gloria, might change the way people think about auto fighting in this game. If it's true, not only if it's true, but if it's true and repeatable across all units. So basically, Niat here has this Reddit post, skill order actually matters on auto. And you can see he's showing his Gloria down here at the bottom of the screen with her skill order being flag throw, her AoE attack, which he shows her doing to start a fight, with her single target attack second and her buff third. If we scroll down here a little bit farther, he's showing a Gloria with her single target attack in the first slot, and she actually does the single target attack instead of the AoE attack. The insinuation here, what's being implied is that the order you put the skills in will be the order the units use the skills in on auto. So I obviously want to test this out myself, right? I want to get in here and test this. So what I've done is I've set up my Gloria right here, and she's got her skills set up like this. Her buff in slot 1, her AoE attack slot 2, her single target attack slot 3. So I want to jump into a fight and then give my Gloria a chance to prove this, right? I'm going to give her a chance to see if this works. So I'll move her to the front of the formation here. I will use the movement group buff like the poster did. I'll also check to make sure this is how my skills are indeed playing out. There's the buff in 1, the AoE attack in 2, the single target attack in 3. So if this works the way I think it does, or it's being implied that it does, she will start by buffing, and then she will use her Lance of Longinus skill second, and then once those are both on cooldown, she'll use Lance Thrust third. Lance Brilliance has a 4-turn cooldown on it, right? So if this is true, you got to start thinking about cooldown timers, because she'll probably always prioritize doing this over any attack. But both these have 4 use cooldowns, so she won't use her single target attack till she's used both of those, and she'll have a turn to do that. Well, let's just see. Let's just see. I'm talking through it all out loud. Let's see what happens if I actually click the start button and let this play out. Because again, if true, it's huge. Now, she'll always start the fight by doing her flag buff or whatever, speed it up. I will use the move speed here so she can get into range to do whatever she wants. Then I'm going to hit auto. She should buff. She ran forward and used her attack. So perhaps what we've learned here is that if she's in range to hit things with an attack, the AI will prioritize maybe the highest priority attack on your skill list, because she used her AoE attack, which was the second slot. So maybe because she's in range, you can, count on her actually trying to do damage to the enemy as opposed to buffing. So it's not truly just use the skills in the order that they are up there. But okay, if it's true, she should now use her single target attack. No, she used her sword sweep attack, which also makes sense because that would be what replaced her AoE attack on the cooldown. So, okay, I guess we've kind of proved it to this point, but we've also seen that she didn't use her buff unless if she was in range to do damage to an enemy. And now this is only one attempt, right? But here's her turn again. She's going to resummon her flag. What is her, she used her buff right there because she couldn't get in range to hit the enemy, so she used her buff. I think we just learned a little bit about how the AI works right there. I believe what that said was if your unit is in range to do damage, she will do damage. Now, I'm going to jack with her skill order again right here. Let's go back to Gloria. Let's go ahead. I will leave this in, no, let's just take this. Let's replace it with the single target attack. Let's put single target attack slot 1, AoE attack slot 2, and buff in slot 3. What I'm going to test here is different than what the Reddit poster tested, because what I'm going to test is, does the AI prioritize doing the most damage, or does it prioritize which skill you have in the first slot? My thought is this. Obviously, if she can hit 3 or 4 units with her AoE attack, it will do more damage than her single target attack. And because this game gives us the rewind function, we can actually try that out. Like, we can test that out. So let's see. What we're going to find out first is how much damage her flag throw will do. So if we drop the flag throw like right here, let's just kind of get a rough estimate of how much DPS this does. It should obviously do more damage than the single target attack, but it does what? Let's see here. Like almost 2,000 damage per enemy, like 1900. Let's say that did like 7,000 damage. Now let's backtrack to Gloria right here and see what kind of damage the single target attack does. I guarantee you it's not like 7K. It's only 1470. So now we'll backtrack again to the last round, and this time I'm gonna hit auto and see what the auto prioritizes. The auto went with the single target attack, which was first in our skill order. Okay, now, is this repeatable across different characters? That's what we need to figure out next. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump out of this fight right here. I'll just quit to get my energy refunded so I can keep testing stuff. Let's just try that on a different character, right? We know now that the AI does not operate by prioritizing most damage. If a DPS character like Gloria is in range to hit units, or maybe if any character is in range to hit units, they will go for the hit, but they don't calculate what skill does the most damage, like War of the Visions does. Instead, they go with what is furthest to the left, essentially, on their skill bar. So, very good to know. If you want your Gloria using flag throw over thrust, put flag throw in slot 1 and put thrust maybe towards the back if you want to have both of them. Very interesting. What I want to test next is a support unit. Let's take Inanna here, for example. Here's Inanna's current skill bar setup. We got Princess's Prayer, I've got my healing spell, and I've got my AoE healing. Now, this, I want to put a DPS move for her on a bar here. Can I get her a DPS move? I don't think I can. I don't think I like have one available. Like there's armor piercing strike. I don't have a Castalia to like go get that, unfortunately. But what we could do instead, now here's an interesting, I need to go get like 2 Castalia. Hold on, I might just like wail a little bit. Okay, I found some Castalia. What I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna test a couple things. I'm gonna grab this defense boost buff right here, which physical defense 2 to allies and immunity to defense attribute buffs. It's an AoE group buff. I just want it for that sake. Then I'm gonna grab her, there's an AoE attack I could grab, or I could grab the single target attack. Which one of these do I actually want more? Because I'm gonna have them now. Dispels 2 buffs, so let's just grab the, let's grab Armor Piercing Strike's auto attack replacement. I'm being an idiot. Let's grab the attack skill. So what I'm going to test here is we all know that Inanna is famous for her AI being kind of a dog water, as the kids might say. But what I'm going to test here is, can I make her into a little bit of a DPS character, or at least enough of a DPS character that she will prioritize staying up with my damage dealers if given the ability to move forward and hit people. So I'm going to put Light of Sanction, an attack skill, in slot 1. I'm going to put a group buff in slot 2, defense boost, because we're going to learn about support character AI right here. And then I'm going to put her another turn skill, Princess's Prayer, in slot 3. In theory right now, she should prioritize hitting an enemy if she can, and I will try to set up a fight where she can go hit an enemy, and I'll use, you know, commander skills to help make that happen. She should prioritize that, and then she should next prioritize her group buff. And then lastly, she should be giving people another turn. There's definitely situations where you would not want her giving another turn straight away, right? That can often just kind of mess you up. So let me throw her into this fight instead of like Gloria, let's say. Her speed isn't particularly great. What's her speed, like 65? So she's one of the last people to go, but I will just, I'll rig it so she goes first with a commander skill. I'll give her urgent order so we can make it so she goes first. Okay, so let's start this fight. In theory, if this truly just works the way we think it does, she should run forward. You move out of the way. You just go over there. Stand there and look away from the enemy like you do. Okay, now I'm going to use, I could actually just pass everybody's turn, can I? Yeah, pass, pass, pass. I passed too many times now these guys are going. Okay, I'm just going to rewind. Give me Inanna's turn. Let's just see how this plays out. Like, she's so slow that it's kind of holding me back a little bit right here. Okay, pass. Now Inanna's up. So I'm going to use movement march command. She can definitely get in range to drop her, you know, AoE damage attack. Let's see what the AI does. her AI still prioritized buffing. So perhaps it is the case that her character type just won't try to do damage if there's some kind of support thing that they can do. Now, she did her group defense buff, I believe. She did not give somebody another turn. So what I wonder now is when her turn rolls back around, will she go for damage or will she go to give somebody another turn? Let's see. So there's the barrel throw. Come on, Inanna, you're set up. We've debuffed their magic defense. Go get them. Nope, she's going to prioritize giving somebody another turn. So maybe I wasted a Castalia. In fact, I definitely wasted a Castalia, but it's for science and content right here. Inanna ain't going to try and hurt people. Now, maybe on her third turn, because the cooldowns will still be online for her buffs, she will then go ahead and try to start hurting people. There, she did her attack that time. So even though, and I'll go ahead and jump out of this fight so I just don't, so I conserve 29 out of my 30 energy anyway. Even though we set her up that her attack was in slot 1, she still prioritized her support. Now what I'm going to try in much the same way is I'm going to take Princess's Prayer off the bar and instead give her a heal. I wonder if Inanna, who is a discipline type unit, and I'm not sure if like all discipline AI units work the same. I doubt that they do, but Inanna, we'll see what this does. Will she prioritize the buff or will she prioritize healing an ally? I'm going to put her in a situation where she is forced to make that choice. Like, I'm going to make sure there's a unit who's a little bit banged up and give her the opportunity to try to heal them. And let's see how that plays out. So I'll put her like where Barrel is. I'll hit start. I'm maybe just going to like hit one of my own units with a unit I have. In fact, maybe we can even use old sword shield boy here to see if we can do it. Rawia, why don't you go tag this guy once? Like, or don't kill him, Rawia, but just yeah, you can't hit him. Okay, you have to hit an enemy. Well, hit him with your auto attack. You really can't? Never mind, Rawia. Just do whatever. Well, you just walk to here and just get yourself attacked by the enemy. Cole, you two, go to here. Go get yourself attacked. Everybody is getting attacked. Barrel, can you shoot somebody? Nah, okay, hold on. Let's see. I actually don't. I've never like really messed with this. She can't. Okay, everybody go stand up here and offer yourself up to the enemy. Here comes some attacks by them. Okay, there we go. We got people who are hurt now, including Cole, who ran way too far, but we can use March Command. So Inanna could get to him to heal. You move over here. Okay, I'm going to March Command now. So Inanna has all of the movement in the world. Just to confirm, she can definitely get in range to heal Cole if she wants to. No, she can't. She actually can't heal Cole. So, but hold on, we need to reset this. Okay, whatever, I'm an idiot. I was trying to use her attack. Anyway, Inanna can definitely get in range to heal Barrel right here, but the heal is behind the buff in like prio order. So let's see right here. I'm gonna hit auto and see what happens. She runs forward and heals. So her AI is a healer AI. It prioritizes healing over every other thing, which means you could do some neat tricks with Inanna. And obviously this is going to need a lot more testing than just what I'm doing in this video. Like, this might need unit by unit testing, but it does allow you to tweak the AI a little bit, which is a big deal. Because something you could do with Inanna, for example, would be set her up with like, okay, I really want you to have your princess's comfort, or I want you to have your princess's prayer, like giving people another turn. I think that'd be a really cool thing for you to do. And maybe I also want you to cast like, well, I'll just also have you have like soulmate on, or I want you to cast your other group buff. Like maybe you want her to group buff defense on turn 1. So you're like, okay, turn 1, I want you to defense boost because we're probably not going to be in range to take damage. And I want you sticking with the team because you're a really good like death ball type of unit. And I want you to have soulmate on so everybody's getting like co-attack and stuff around you. But I also want you to use your AoE healing whenever you can. So this build right here, just like in theory, would constantly be keeping Inanna up with your team. So they're getting the advantage of her aura, her group heals, and her defense buff. Like, this could be a tweak, even though like obviously you wouldn't play her like this on manual. you could probably make her operate in certain ways by knowing she's going to prioritize her heal no matter what. And then I'll have her just do this buff. And then maybe I have her do, maybe let's have her do Princess's Prayer second. So this way she's not wasting it on the first turn or something like that. That's a pretty good thing to know, and it definitely opens up some AI tweaking options for people who like to play that way. Okay, obviously, so much more testing that needs done on this. It literally might need done unit to unit, right? Every unit's AI might function different. I have a feeling that probably there's like certain units fit into a certain AI mold, but I just saw that at school today, wanted to come home and test it. These are my tests. Please let me know if you have any thoughts on this or you've tested anything else in the comment section. This is exciting. This is pretty exciting to me. This is how I like to play War of the Visions. I like that about this game. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, join the channel as a channel ship member if you want to support. I always forget to plug that. Thank y'all. Have a good day. Peace.